And welcome back to our show. As I said before, we have a very special guest with us. We have singer-songwriter, producer, and vocal coach, Mr. Charles Pierre. How are you doing?
Doing good, thank you. Good to be here.
Good. It's good to have you.
Hey, now, where are you from exactly?
Born in Trinidad, West Indies, Caribbean, which is kind of down there somewhere. Then I lived in England for about 7 years.
Okay.
Then I moved to Denmark. Then here again.
Wow.
I see you've just been all over the place.
Heck yeah.
Where are some of the places that you've traveled?
Let's see. Places I've traveled. I lived in Switzerland as a youngster. I lived there for 1.5 years. But with the music and so on, I've traveled pretty much most, if not all, of Europe. So
Now, what exactly did you do in all these countries? What was your purpose for traveling all these
mainly performing. Performing gigs, concerts, television shows, radio shows, different promotional stuff. Ultimately, music and entertainment with the band.
Oh. And what band might this be?
Yeah, I thought that question might come up. Yeah, New London Beat. The original band was formed back in the late 80s. 4 guys got together. Jimmy, Willie, and George. They got together, made London Beat. Long story made short, they ended their relationship, and I was basically called by Jimmy, Helms, the lead singer, to reform London Beat, and New London Beat was born. That was.
And what actually got you into the music industry?
I don't think you get into the music industry. I think you're kind of born with the vibe. I know you're a wonderful singer yourself.
Thank you.
You kind of have a talent for something, and as a 4-year-old, I would like play the ukulele, sing calypsos, and I ended up in London. Met a friend of mine, started working in a music shop, selling musical instruments as in my early 20s. And then a band walked in and liked what I was doing on one of the keyboards and said, "Oh, can you come and do that for us on tour?"
Wow.
So I was like, yeah. The band was called the Pasadenas, and they were well known in England at that time. And I was their keyboard tech. You know, I was kind of the keyboard roadie, if you like, for 5 months. So we toured the whole of the UK.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
Yeah. And that was my first venture into the professional industry. Nobody knew I could sing. Nobody knew I could really play. But that was it. And then from then on, I did several other things, but that's how I got into it.
Well, that's really interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Cody Polar, and I'd like to invite you guys to check us out at livingthedream@omt.com, and be sure to add us on Facebook.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're here with Mr. Charles Pierre.
So Charles, you mentioned you were with the New London Beat,
Absolutely.
and you guys had a bunch of hits, and even a few of those hit #1 here in the States. And one of them was called "I've Been Thinking About You." Could you sing a few?
Absolutely. We must have been stone crazy, yeah, when we thought we were just friends. 'Cause I missed you, baby, and I got those feelings again. I guess I'm all confused about you. Oh, yes, I did. 'Cause I feel so in love, oh, baby. I said, what can I do? I've been thinking about you. Yeah. I've been thinking about you. Oh, I've been thinking about you. Oh, yeah. I've been thinking about you. Uh-huh. Cha-pow-pow.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're
That
welcome.
was wonderful.
Hey, well, you got locked up in there someplace.
So now that you're a really good singer,
Well, it has been.
what do you do for aspiring singers? We mentioned before that you were a vocal coach.
Absolutely.
So how long have you been doing that?
Well, vocal coaching, I've probably been doing it for 10, 15 years nearly. It's the one way that any singer who's capable of getting the information across, it's the one way that you can help young talent up and coming to progress to their dream or whatever it is. But one thing I will always say to people, just going off on a tangent just for half a second, I love golf. Okay, I love playing golf, but I'm not as good as Tiger Woods. Does it mean I'm going to stop playing golf? No, because I just want to play. As a vocal coach, of course I will help young talent progress to being a star or whatever it is. But I will also say that you could have the mom at home who wants to just get out for an hour, just want to go and tidy up those vocals a little bit. Come on, absolutely. Vocal coaching, there is a fundamental approach to it, which is really for the love of it. People just go do it.
Dude, I might have to come to you for some
Yeah, I was
vocal
just about to say that too. but-
I sing in the shower, and that's about it.
Where did you learn how to teach people, or the technique that you use?
Nah, actually, that's a fantastic question. I myself had a vocal coach. His name is Richard Alder. He's still around. I spoke to him just a couple of months back. He said to me, Charles, you have a wonderful way with you. I would like you to continue this method of teaching. I said,
Wow.
Richard, you've got to be kidding. And he actually, I choked up. He gave me his books that he teaches with.
Oh, wow.
He said, this is how much I believe in you. And he gave me the books to teach with. I'm like, you've got to be kidding. So, yeah. Thanks to Richard, he was the one that told me, he gave me the blessing of please go and teach kids how to sing.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's really
that's
cool.
a true story.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And my first lesson, actually, to answer the question directly, I was asked by someone to help them with Pop Idol in England. You know American Idol?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I worked on Pop Idol in England, teaching singers to prepare for that show.
That's cool.
And a couple of guys came, and then it kind of snowballed from there. People started learning that I gave lessons. I had a bunch of students in England.
All right, well, thanks, Charles. They're telling us we need to take a break, so we'll be right back. You guys stay there. Be right back with Mr. Charles Pierre.
Have you ever wanted to be in the entertainment business and didn't know how to start? Ocala Talent offers training, representation, and placement.
Hey guys, welcome back. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but we would like to ask you one more question.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Charles, and that question is, what technique do you use when teaching your pupils, shall I say?
Well, how long have you got? 3 As Richard used to say, it takes 3 years of twice a week to school a voice correctly. We have various exercises. There's an exercise which involves keeping your teeth and lips in one place, like this. And then you say, E, A, R, U, E, A, R, U, E, A, R, U. It kind of starts there. And there are several other exercises, but that's kind of a fundamental one where I start, along with the mental approach as well.
Yeah.
Wow, well that's really cool. I would never have thought that it was more of a mental aspect of.
You have no idea. Most of the people I talk to who come for lessons say, oh, I only sing in the car, I only sing in the shower. It's a mental
Yes.
thing, it's because they're shy. They can't get out of that thing. So once you can kind of, I wouldn't say get over yourself, but once you can go beyond that shyness, that voice that you have in the car or in the shower or in the bedroom or wherever it is, it'll come out. So yeah, 90% is up here.
Wow.
Wow.
That's really cool. Thank you very much
Pleasure.
for being our special guest.
It's been a pleasure.
For more information, you can also check us out at www.livingthedream@omt.com. Check us out on Facebook.